Weekend insights for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. Meteorologist Danielle Noyes here. Here's what we're going to cover in this video. Mild Saturday. Enjoy it. 40s, lower 50s. Cold and snow return on Sunday for the first day of meteorological spring as we flip the calendar to March. Blood moon eclipse details for Tuesday morning and a couple of storm windows to watch for the upcoming week as well. The March 3rd eclipse, by the way, the shadow eclipse begins at 4:35 in the morning, but the partial eclipse begins at 5:26. 6:04 is when the total eclipse begins. The moon sets, though, at 6:17. So it's a very brief window of total eclipse that you'll be able to see for just over about 10 minutes and very low on the horizon as the moon's setting. So you'll want to be at a higher location and look off to the west. But of course, the clouds have to cooperate, and that may be a little bit iffy, and I'll show you that in a second. In the meantime, our Saturday pretty quiet, a couple flurries in far northern New England, a few high thin clouds in southeastern New England, sunshine in between. With a southwest breeze, 40s to lower 50s. Now, change comes in on Sunday. Arctic cold front, little wave on it. Notice pockets of snow expand across Vermont and New Hampshire first over the course of early morning and then spread east mid to late morning. There may be a little bit of mixing. Either side of the Mass Turnpike points south before a flip to snow, but it's a very brief window of this precipitation coming in through the morning to early afternoon. I've stopped the maps at 4 p.m. and notice actually quick clearing coming in on the back side of it. Some pockets of snow lingering in northern and eastern Maine. Monday is a quiet but cold day. The problem is that that front that comes through then stalls out to our south. So there'll be little waves of moisture that travel along it for the middle and end of next week. So a couple different windows that we're looking at here. One would be later on Tuesday into Wednesday, and then the next one Thursday into Friday. And that's partially because the jet stream, that river of air that steers storms, is pretty much just fluctuating right over us or nearby for much of the middle and end of next week. So a couple different time frames to watch, but do you notice how it nudges north a little bit? So while we may be talking about a more snowy scenario for Tuesday, Wednesday, with a little more warmth pushing in, it may be maybe a wintry mix to more rain for the end of the week. So we'll keep you posted on that. Meantime, the Sunday snow, it's a fairly minor disturbance in the scheme of things, but some localized slick spots with around an inch here, you notice in the white shaded areas. So for western, central, even far northern New England, coating to an inch, and then same for far southern New England, either side of about a half an inch, and more like a coating back down to Cape Cod, where we do get a little bit of mixing across southeastern Massachusetts. High temperatures for our Saturday, 40s north. Look at that. Low 50s in a couple of spots here in southern New England. So an above average day, southwest breeze about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, though, it gets cold, teens and 20s. Even around 30 for Cape Cod. So melting and refreeze, some untreated spots may be a little bit slick when you wake up on Sunday morning. And these high temperatures, by the way, on Sunday are going to happen early in the day because as the front comes in, it drags in the colder air. So Sunday night gets quite cold, sub-zero in northern New England, single digits and teens the farther south. Let me show you what I mean. Early in the morning, yes, some 20s and 30s on Sunday with those pockets of snow coming in. Then notice what happens. We see those temperatures drop through the 20s, through the teens. Look at this. By the time we get to late afternoon, we're already sub-zero in a couple of the coldest spots in far northwestern New England, single digits, and that colder air streams in. So the wind chill when you wake up early on Monday morning is going to be sub-zero across the region and coldest in the far north country. Highs don't get out of the 20s on Monday for a cold start to next week. Teens actually in northern New England, but sunshine with a little weak area of high pressure and control. You can track it all, of course, with our app. Pinpoint your exact location. Our app is free. Thousands of 5-star reviews. Give it a try. Search 1 Degree Outside Weather in the App Store and Google Play. Of course, you have access to our membership, our swag, and our streaming network on there as well. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this 1 Degree Outside video.
Get exclusive content, support the mission at membership.onedegreeoutside.com. And don't forget, free and 5 stars on the App Store and Google Play. Search the number 1 Degree Outside Weather.